Hey guys, hello beautiful people, and welcome back in another video on my YouTube channel. I trolled you, and your guest today is Mr. Troll. So yeah guys, in today's video we're gonna discuss about the emblems. A lot of you ask me which emblems are good, which emblems are not good, etc, etc. The answer is something you'll hate, but every hero will use different emblems. There is not one set of emblems that you can apply to every hero. All of them are different. So for example, something that is good for my Melia will be completely useless for maybe Holder or someone else. So again, I'll give you an explanation on what I use for example, Melia, Walter, my supports. Generally speaking, what I think is good for daughters and supports, and then I'll also show you what I think is good for like direct damage dealers. And then after all, you can also play with it. You can, at the end of the day, the emblems are not stuck. You can refresh it. It costs 50 gems at the very beginning. I don't know if it costs more once you finish a whole tree. So for example, if we take my Melia, I think I finished her or not. Or I'm still missing something. Oh, I'm still missing 2 levels here. That's sad actually. But if I want to refresh here, it's also 50. Like honestly, there's plenty room to make mistakes. But yeah, let's talk about my Melia. Let's talk about damage dealers who make the most of damage out of dots. Personally, I think the best emblem for any damage dealers based on poison, bleed, whatever, is to go into attack for the 30% mastery. Guys, when I actually got this and activated it, my dots went from 84k to 120k per dot. 30% damage is basically you do whatever you do right now and not 30% or on 1/3 of it. So believe me, you actually feel this increase. If we go into other ones, crit damage, this is something that I would put on a Lester. For example, where is my Lester? No, not Awaken, no. Emblem. For example, my Lester, who is a pure damage dealer. Also, I need to go farm some emblems for him. What the fuck? But yeah, if we go here, this crit damage would be huge for a Lester, but completely useless for Amelia if you have the mastery. And then you also have this, which is basically when you use a basic attack or a damage skill, piercing 4% up to 4 stacks. This might be good for a guild boss, for example, when your fights are long. For example, in the arena, this is shit. You're gonna go in, you either die or win. You're not having enough of attacks to basically stack this up. And you don't want to wait to stack it up, you want to have it directly. However, this in the guild boss, that actually might be good. You have 20 rounds, you have the time to stack it up. This might be very good. So again, very situational, very depending what do you want to focus on. Obviously your emblems. What's overview? Yeah. Obviously your emblems will really depend where do you want to focus in the game. For example, my Melia, I built her PvE. Obviously the mastery is not that great or something I would build if I was focusing on PvP. If I was focusing on PvP, I would rather maybe go into support to get the extra speed, or maybe into defense to get the extra, basically, where is it? Yeah, to basically reduce the crit damage. So again, it really depends. However, I think the safe side of the emblems is if you have a champion that puts a dot, a debuff, a buff that makes continuous damage on your adversary, on the dickhead in front of you, you go for mastery increase, so you go for this emblem. If your damage dealer is a pure crit rate damage, for example, Yoko, Xia, Lester, Holder, honestly, I don't know if I would go into the mastery here. I would rather go into crit damage most probably, because Holder, the whole point of Holder is that he has those counter attacks and he'll attack all the time, regen all the time. So obviously more damage you do, more you regen of HP. So you don't actually hope to kill them with the bleeds, you actually want to kill them with the counter attacks. So I think the crit damage would be way better on Holder. And then again, like I said, any hero that basically you want to put or build for the guild boss, most probably the weakness and sides will be really good. Dwarfen dungeons, this will be also really good unless in 2-3 months someone just basically one-shot him with poisons or something like that. But technically speaking, this one is basically for a long fights that obviously arena does not allow you. And then campaign, again, you don't really want to go for like so many rounds in the campaign. So again, this won't really apply there. But yeah, this is what I think for the end ones. If we go to the defense, crit damage received, this is also very good for your supports, your tanks, etc. Then we have receive a 2-round shield. I think this is bad. I don't think this is worth anything, to be honest. And then we have for every 1% self HP loss, damage received up to 80 stacks. So basically you're gonna get like what, 80, so not even 30%, like 25% I think, right? Something like 24%. So you're gonna have 20%. I think honestly for any support whatsoever, you either go into healing effect or you either go into speed. Speed is more obviously PvP oriented, and obviously the healing effect is obviously PvE oriented. So if you want to go into arena, mainly arena, your supports need to be built with speed. If you want to go into farming, etc., healing effect is obviously way better. And the last one, I think it's effect hit or control skills also. So this one, I don't recommend this one. I think just the speed or the healing effect is overall way better. This might be something good for a 100% support. So for example, if we take this angel, Fiona, you basically play her to stun people and basically revive someone. So you want her to be fast, but you also want her to have a lot of effect hit. So for example, like, I don't know, speed down, stun, block health, decrease defense, stuff like that. Supports that don't really heal, but also don't really do damage. I really think that the effect hit might be really good. But again, I think 100% speed will be always the best thing to do for the arena. You want to always go first. The problem is if you go for this, for the effect hit, and someone else went for speed and he outspeeds you, it doesn't matter if you land the stun or not, because if you die, you have no chance to land it. So again, PvP, I think the speed is the best. Speed might be also the best for even damage dealers when it comes to the arena, because if you don't manage to outspeed them, you know, there's nothing to do. But yeah, the defense tree, honestly, I would not go with any of my heroes to the last three. I think support and attack have the best emblems for stage 6. And now let's go just one by one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So attack, obviously crit rate, you want it. I think crit rate you want it, or I don't know, Holder, Yoko, heroes again that don't really have dots. You prefer attack because it will increase the attack dealt by percentage or your attack of the dots, poison, etc. Level 2 in the attack, I'm not a big fan. Like when attacking the target with shield damage increased, I guess this one is the best here. When HP is full damage dealt, this is shit. I mean, this is okay for the arena because again, you go first, you want to one-shot them. That's great. PvE, you're always never full HP, so PvE, this is very bad. This one, I don't like it. This is again only for arena. You go first, you kill them. You won't take this damage taken 6% in, for example, PvE, because you're gonna die. You don't want this. So again, this is more a PvP. So for example, if we go on Malmelia, I think I only took 1 in attack and everything else in support. No, I actually took 2 here and 1 here. So I think I'm gonna redo my whole skill tree with my Melia, because I think Melia support is okay. Just, you know what, guys? Let's redo it on with you. So I want, at this stage of the game, I want the crit. At this stage of the game, I want the crit. Now here I want the effect hit, 100%. Yep. The defense, why I went for the defense, it was because here you had in the level 3 a leech. But honestly, now that I have the Fearless set, it's just not worth it. So attack, okay, level 1 is done. Level 2, now we're gonna have increased effect hit and effect resistance. We want this. And then we're gonna take here, when HP is full, not really. When attacking damage, we want this to full. I think those are not good, right? Shield effect, I don't want it. And healing effect, I don't want it. So we're gonna go with this. No, this one, no. This one is really bad for PvE. So let's go with this one. Not a big fan, but you do what you have to do. Then support. When a stack of debuff is added, self speed increase. This is when a stack of buff is added. I want debuff. I want the debuff here. And I don't care about this one. And here we're gonna go about damage dealt in the first round. Damage dealt in the next round for every target killed, the effect can be stacked. And the less allies on this one I really want it, because my Melia always carries or stays the last with Walter. So this is very good. And I think I'm gonna go, the first round it's really not good. I think this one is better, especially when you're farming. But again, this one is really not good for PvP, because there is no second round. So this is not good for PvP. This one is way better for PvP. Then we go here, when there is no valid debuff damage dealt, for targets under control, status damage dealt, and for everyone attribute them born damage can be this one, obviously this one is the best. Those two I'm not a big fan. Let's see what's here. When received damage for every layer of dot debuff, the damage source has the damage received, the effect can be stagnant. This one is very good when for every attribute debuff. What's the difference? When received damage, for every layer of attribute debuff, the damage source has damage received. When received damage, for every one layer of dot debuff, okay, we want this one. We want this one, and I don't think... No, this one not really. I think I would just go with this one. But you can't really, yeah. I think I will just go with this one for now. They are not that great, like I don't like any of them. Then we go, let's see what do we have in support here actually. There is a just to remove one self devil at the end. Oh, that's not bad. There is a chance to increase duration by 1 round when attribute buff is added. There is a chance to increase duration by 1 round when attribute debuff is added. There is 30% chance to increase duration by 1 round when an attribute debuff is added. So is it a dot or not? No, it's an attribute. It's a different one from dots. So yeah, that's not cool. When self HP is below 50%, 100%, we are always below 50%. Increase the damage when attacking a target who's below 50%. And then when attacking targets with more than 70%. So overall, I prefer to do more damage when there are over 70%. And then obviously we go into mastery. There you go. But yeah, I think I will still get this one, but it's not dot. So I think this one, I don't know if this, for example, if I put burn, it will increase. I will need to test it out. So we're gonna test this out to see if it actually works. So for example, I put HP burn and then increase by 1. So we will see. And if not, this one is obviously the best because you're gonna self-cleanse yourself. So this is very needed. So yeah, this is for my Melia daughter. And now let's go to my healer pretty quickly. So yeah, my healer, I mean healer supports, it's just straight away. You go into effect resistance, you go support defense, first of all, you never go attack. So here you go effect resistance, you don't want the heat, you don't care about it. Then you increase your healing effect and your shield effect, especially on Liz. On someone like mages, you will go into here. So you're basically gonna take this one and this one, I believe. Yeah, and this one, right? Or this one is not. No, damage reflect is shit. So for example, on mages, you will take this one and only the healing effect because you don't put shields, so you don't need it. Number 3, what do we have? This one is amazing for PvP, but again, it's annoying to put, and speed is just good overall. Regardless if you put a debuff, buff, debuff on you, on them, whatever, Least can do both, so it's really, really good. And in defense, I would go for damage received when HP is below. This one restores self HP for every ally dead. You don't want your allies dead, and the leech on her is just not worth it. Then obviously we're gonna continue with this magic touch. We also gonna go with, I think, 2 into defense here. I think I would go with move with burden, with Underdog's wing, and here with just this one, magic touch. Then in 5, obviously we're gonna go with this one. This is just really needed PvE, PvP. And this is attribute buff. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, this will increase the duration of your shields. Again, very good. But then in the defense, you have the option basically to... No, this is bad. This is bad. Yeah, I think this is actually good for PvE especially, because sometimes you're gonna start the round when you already have 20-30%, so extra heal would be nice. So I would go, yeah, with either this one, with this one, and in the support just with the sacrifice wounds. And then like I said, as a healer, most probably gonna go with healing effect. As a healer, everyone has a heal, so this is good. If you are more into PvP, I would suggest speed. In the defense, there's just nothing that's good enough for me. And then, as I already said, for example, my Lester, who is not a daughter, not a support, etc., I will most probably go very heavy into PvP build. So I will go with crit rate, with when HP is full, when they have a shield, when damage is first round, damage the... No, this one. This one, the less Alice on the Batify. Actually, no, both are shit. So for him, I would just go damage dealt in the first round. Heal will go when there is no valid debuff. Control, not really. Not really. So I will only go for strength build up. Here I will go when there are 70% or more and when HP is below 50%. And then in the last one, the crit damage combined together with most probably support, just to go and get those speed effects on him. So yeah, defense, I don't really want the leech. I don't know. Since I'm building my Lester PvP, like I said, the leech is not really that needed. I just want to go in and destroy them. So yeah, defense is not what I want on him. I want the speed from support for sure. So yeah, guys, this is a quick 18 minutes video about the emblems, my thoughts, how I gonna build my heroes, how you should build your heroes depending on what hero it is. But again, very important comment, you can build them as you want, depending where you want to build this hero, for what you want to build this hero, what hero it is, what spells he has, what he does. Obviously, if your hero does more damage based on HP, you're gonna go into defense. If your hero does more damage based on speed, you're gonna go more into support. So again, it's really... you can't apply one tree to all the heroes, guys, but I just gave you a rough overview of how should you think when you do your emblems, and also I give you some examples just so it's easier for you. I really hope the video helped you out, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.